My name is Ramiz Brahimaj. I am 8-2 as a professional, and I fight out of Fortis MMA in Dallas, Texas.
This is a special production of ABC News.
Well, I was first generation American Albanian. My parents fled the former communist Yugoslavia, and they moved to the Bronx, New York, and was born and raised over there, Bronx, New York. I moved to Texas 2007. Combat sports. My father signed me up for boxing, kickboxing, karate when I was a little boy. So it always had my attention. And as I got older, I really, my interest grew bigger and bigger. And eventually when I went into high school, that's when I got my first taste at, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, all that good stuff. So I just fell in love with it from 2011, junior year of high school. My faith is very important to me. It plays a major role in my everyday life, in fighting, and it's something that helps me out a lot, helps me get through tough times and persevere through hardship. I would love to be a role model for everybody, not only Albanians, not only Muslims, but just everybody that's going through hardship, everybody that's going through trials, just so that they can look at me and draw inspiration from me. It's funny, I did a lot of grappling tournaments and stuff in high school and prior to joining the military. So I was joined the military in 2012. I signed my contract and I was placed in the DEP program, which is the late entry program. So once I had actually went into basic training and AIT, which is job training, I remember I was about close to a week and I was gonna be complete with the training. And I get a phone call from my old coach, and he says, "Hey man, there's a fight coming up in Louisiana, and what do you think about it? It's an amateur fight. Let's just try it." And I was like, yeah, for sure. So I remember I got back and had probably a month's time to prepare, which was pretty cool because I was already in shape from basic training, everything like that. So just hit the ground running as soon as I got out, and I remember it was in Alexandria, Louisiana, and from then on I was just hooked. I'll never forget that feeling.
So
I came to Coach Safe. I was 1-0 as a pro, and it was a lot of hardship. For 2.5 years, I almost didn't fight. It was pretty rough. Just opponents falling out, and injuries, everything like that. So it was a rough patch. But the second that I fought, it was January 2017. It was just like unprecedented how many fights I had gotten, and just fighting. It felt like I was fighting every other month, and I think my busiest year that I had was from December 2017 all the way to November 2018. I had 5 fights in the span of 12 months, so it was ridiculous. I've been working odd jobs since I was probably 16 years old. It's just a part of the struggle. It's part of who I am, I've always been a hard worker. I've always been a person who likes to be independent, who likes to, provide, But as far as getting a job, I train my clients. I've been a part of the gym, teaching here at the gym at Fortis MMA, and it's just something that I need to devote my time to, especially with mixed martial arts. You have to give it your all. But then again, like I said, in a loss like that, it was a barn burner. Everybody that watched the fight, they loved it. It was just, both of my losses, I can honestly say that they were truly fight of the years. Everybody that watched them, they were like, hey, those are definitely fight of the year candidates, especially the staff and everybody at LFA. They said the same thing. Everybody that tuned in, I was getting all these messages. And that's one thing I can credit to myself, is that I've never been in a boring fight. I've always been in an electrifying fight, be it even if I'm on the losing end of the decision, I've always been in amazing fights, and I definitely learned a lot from those fights. I've gained a lot of knowledge, and it's those losses have helped me propel me to win. I get the phone call that I'm going to be on the Contender Series. We're going through the whole camp. Everything is just firing on all cylinders. I can honestly say, not to sound too cliche or anything like that, but this probably was the best camp that I've ever had in my whole career. And we're getting the medicals done, everything like that. And it's funny how the last thing that I did, I had to get done was the MRIs for some reason. So sure enough, I get an email back from the UFC medical team, and they alert me there that there's an irregular finding in my MRI and I need to see a neurologist. So I'm like, all right, you know, I'm still kind of nervous a little bit because it's getting close to about 2 weeks. It's a fight time, and you know, the only thing that's running through my head is like, am I gonna fight? You know, like what's going on? So I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm just gonna relax, calm down, and let everything play its course. So I go to the neurologist's office. He says, hey, you know, this looks like a cyst in your orbital, but I'm gonna need to confirm it with a neurosurgeon, you know, and get a CT scan done as well. So upon doing the CT scan, everything like that, I go to the neurosurgeon's office, and you know, he informs me that, hey, it wasn't a cyst. In fact, it's a tumor.